Hi everyone, it's Don, and today I'm going to answer a bunch of questions in regard to our group cruise that I keep getting over and over again and respond. So I figured I might as well do a video so people can see it, and that way it answers a whole bunch of questions all at once and we don't have to just keep trying to message each other back and forth. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we do have a group cruise going on April 7, 2019 Caribbean Western Tour on the Regal Princess. And if you want more information, you can check the link down below or join our Facebook page called Cruising with Don. Just request to be part of the group and I'll add you as soon as I see it. And yeah, let's answer those questions coming up right after this. Question number one, is the pricing in US dollars or Canadian dollars? Everything we post is in US dollars, as over 95% of the people who have been joining the cruise are in the United States, so that was the easiest one to get the quote for. Number two, if I'm traveling solo and it says $999 a person, does that mean my cruise only costs $999? No, all cabins for all cruise lines, unless you're in studio cabins, are based on double occupancy, which means if you're going by yourself, you're paying $999 times 2, so it would be $1,998. Question number three, can I book a cabin by myself and add a person later? Yes, you can. All the way up to final payment date, I can add another person. The only other thing that they would have to pay extra if they're splitting the cost with you is they have to give me $145 for the port fees and taxes, because when you booked your cabin as a solo cabin, you were only charged as one person. So once there's two people, each person has to pay that. So they would be charged $145 to be added to your cabin. I booked my solo cabin and I got a $150 onboard credit. So now I have a person that wants to join me, and when I join them, does that mean they get a $150 onboard credit too? No, the onboard credit was based on two people in the room. So the total for the cabin, even though you are a solo person, you still paid as if you were two people. That's why you got $75 plus $75 equals $150. If you add the second person in there, you don't get more perks. What happens is that you now are dividing that back up, so it would be $75 each for a total of $150 for that stateroom. Are we going to be doing any group activities on the ship? Yes. Number one, I'm planning on having a party for everybody in our group. I put up a poll. So far, the majority seem to want to do it on a sea day, so that's what we will try and arrange. And we will have a big get-together with drinks included, and yeah, it should be a really good time. Will I, Don, from Don's Family Vacations, be going on this cruise? Yes. The entire reason I wanted to do this cruise is so I can get out and meet as many people as possible and say hi and just talk about cruising and have a great time. Like I said, I have been a little overwhelmed. I thought I was going to get like 5-10 people, and we have it considerably more than that. Another question is, I would love to join your cruise, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the time off work until later on. Will I be able to join your cruise? As long as there are cabins left on the ship, I can add you to my group cruise. So if June and July rolls around and you find out, okay, now I can get the April 7th week off, you can contact me, and yes, we will, if there's any cabins left on the ship, which there will be, you'll be able to join the cruise. Will we be doing a pre-night hotel prior to the cruise? Princess Cruises has the B Resort in Fort Lauderdale that we could go through, that they will reserve a certain amount of cabins for us once we find out how many people are going to be on the cruise. That may be a way we want to go, and we can just add it to the price of our cruise and pay that as we go. Or we could contact a hotel separately and try and reserve rooms that way and see if they'll give us a deal as well. So there are options out there. Worst case scenario is I can book a ton of people into rooms and we'll find a place if you need a pre-night no matter what. Don't worry about that too much. But it would be nice if we can get everybody into the same hotel, or at least into the same area of hotels, and then we can have the transportation system in the morning to take us to the cruise port. Speaking of transportation to the cruise port, will there be transportation to the cruise port? And any hotels that I start booking anybody in will automatically have cruise port transportation. I won't pick a hotel that does not. If you're flying in or driving in that day and you want transfers from the hotel, once you have your airfare information, we can book transfers through Princess if you want, but it's really not that far to the cruise port, and Uber or the taxis are probably even cheaper than taking the shuttle. And the last question that I'll answer is, how many people do we have so far? Today is the 23rd of February, and as of today, we have 72 cabins booked. Doesn't mean everyone's going to be going, but 72 have put down a deposit to sail on that sailing. So it's getting bigger and bigger. So once we hit that 100 cabin range, I may be transferring that into a big group, what's called a large group, that becomes a different category, and we may get even more perks when we go. So we'll see what happens. So those are some questions that I get asked the most about the cruise, and I hope that clarifies a few things and helps ease your mind if you're one of those people who are solo cabin, wanted to know if you can add people, what the cost is, what the dollars are, Canadian, American, hotels, airfare, those kind of things. So until next time, everybody have a safe and a great vacation.